What is going on, guys? Krusty K's here from the Go Boys Network, coming to you with the MLB slate preview for July 31st. Before we hop into this one, remind everybody you can get all these odds at FanDuel Sportsbook. Let's not waste any more time, though. Let's jump right into this slate. So the first one we have, it's an early one. The Miami Marlins taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Currently, Miami has not announced a starter, which, I mean, really no surprise. This team traded quite a few pieces, so I'll be curious to see what they put out there. But he'll be going, whoever it is, will be going against Todd Bradley. For me in this one, it's going to be the Rays. I love the Rays. I love Todd Bradley. I think he just absolutely pieces up this makeshift lineup they're going to put out there. For those who don't know, if you haven't been paying attention, they traded Jazz, they traded De La Cruz, they traded Josh Bell. So this team's going to be pretty young, a lot of undisciplined hitters, and I think Todd just kind of has his way here. So give me the Rays on the money line. I like Todd's strikeouts a lot. I'm really curious to see what the line's going to be. But I don't see how he doesn't just mow through this lineup. Our next one, the New York Yankees taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Nestor Cortez versus Christopher Sanchez. I'm going to be on the Phillies here. I backed the Yankees the first two games of this series, looking like 1-1 so far on those. For me on this one, though, it really just comes down to Nestor on the road. I don't trust him. This is a guy who on the road has struggled all season. I tried to back him, and he actually pitched pretty well in his last road start. But this Phillies team is just a different animal. And I mean, while the bats necessarily haven't woke up lately, it feels like a spot where they could, in my opinion. Nestor's stuff just doesn't really match up well with this Phillies lineup, and I think they do some damage here. So give me the Phillies on the money line. Our next one, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Right now, Toronto has not announced a starter. We will see who it is. It's supposed to be the Kikuchi spot, so we'll see who is taking that spot. I've seen some rumblings that they might give Yariel another shot because he only threw like 40 pitches in that outing a couple days ago, but remains to be seen if that's what they're actually going to roll with. They'll be going up against Grayson Rodriguez. Really simple for me here. I like the Orioles. They're just playing the better ball. They're at home, and when they're at home, I love to back their offense. I think Grayson Rodriguez pitched relatively well against this Jays team. Ultimately gets them the win. I'm not sure what the money line price is going to be. It really is going to depend on who the starter is. It's probably going to be a little bit juiced. If it's too juiced, obviously throw it in a parlay, but I like the Orioles here. Our next one, the Minnesota Twins taking on the New York Mets. Pablo Lopez versus Luis Severino. This is an interesting one. Pablo Lopez, in my opinion, has started to look a lot better. And I want to back the Twins here, truthfully. On the road, Severino's a guy who he's been pretty good this season overall, but sort of a mixed bag. I mean, he's had a couple starts where he's looked really bad. Then, he's had a couple starts where, he's looked really good. I mean, I hate to say that because it sounds so like wishy-washy, but it's the truth. If you go back and watch some of his starts, he's had starts where he's looked absolutely incredible. Off the top of my head, I think like against the Cubs, he had an absolutely lights-out performance. And these other ones where you're just kind of left scratching your head, it's what it is. This Twins team against righties, they've been really good, and I just think Severino struggles here. So give me the Twins on the money line. Our next one, the Atlanta Braves taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Chris Sale versus Freddie Peralta. I am going to be on Milwaukee here. I love Chris Sale. Arguably the NL Cy Young right there with Paul Skeens. No argument, really no argument, truthfully. But for me here, it comes down to this Braves team against righties over the last 30 days. OPS, they're like bottom 7, I think it is. Just not manufacturing runs. Not slugging. And for me here, that makes a pretty big difference because obviously I don't expect Milwaukee to score a ton. But I really don't think the Braves are going to score a ton off of Freddie either, especially at home. So I'm going to take my chance in a low-scoring game and take the Brewers at home as a dog, surprisingly enough. I really think that, Freddie and the boys get this one. I was a little surprised to see the Braves at minus 130 on the road. I know it's Chris Sale, but, I mean, this offense, if you've been watching, I'm not sure they warrant, being a favorite on the road. Freddie Peralta does not look good. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. But this is a lineup that, in my opinion, he can kind of get right against because they're a high whiff team, they're a high chase team, low contact, and it's just a spot where Freddie can really kind of do what he does, and that's be effectively wild, for lack of a better term. So give me the Brewers here on the money line.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Woo! Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the Go Boys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the Go Boys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
Our next one, the Kansas City Royals taking on the White Sox. Brady Singer versus Drew Thorpe. Really simple here. We're gonna go with the Royals. I'm gonna go the PPD route. Go with Brady Singer, 4 Ks and a win. It's right around even money, and I will continue to fade this White Sox team. For those who don't know, they are trying to break the MLB largest losing streak record. I mean, they're not trying to, but they're probably going to. They've lost 15 in a row as I'm recording this. They are tied, or no, they're actually winning 1-0 over the Royals. We'll see if that holds. But this team is bad. They traded away Eloy, traded away Tommy Pham. There's just not a lot here. There wasn't a lot here before, and I really don't see how it's going to get any better. So I'm just going to keep fading them. If you've been fading them with me for, I feel like, a month now, we've been making a whole bag just fading the White Sox. If you don't play anything else this entire video, just fade the White Sox. Whatever I'm taking against the White Sox, take it. Because we've been making money against them consistently all season, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. This team's won 27 games this year. I don't think they get to 50 wins, to be honest with you guys. There's, 54 games left, I think it is. So they'd have to win 23 out of 54 to win 50 games. No shot. No shot. Fade the White Sox the rest of the season, whether it be the opposing team's run line, money line, whatever you want it. But I'm going to tell you right now, you fade this team, and you're just going to continue to make money. They don't want to win. They don't care to win. This team has no heart, no fight, no anything. And if you watch these games, I mean, it's sad. It's sad that this is a professional ball club, truthfully. Our next one, Texas Rangers taking on the Cardinals. Andrew Heaney. And right now, the Cardinals have not announced a starter, so kind of just roll with it as an unknown. I'm going to be on the over, pending who the starter is. Like I said, I tried to find something. I couldn't really find anything that was concrete. So I'm just gonna say I'm on the over. I like runs. I think Heaney really struggled against this Cardinals lineup. And on the flip side, whoever the Cardinals choose to roll out, I think Texas is starting to find it a bit. We talked about it the other day. I think these bats are starting to wake up, and I think we're going to see that here once again. So give me runs. Total is there actually is a total for this game without a starter, which is a little weird. Total's at 9.5. So I like the over. Our next one, the Washington Nationals taking on Arizona Diamondbacks. Mackenzie Gore versus Zach Gallen. So for me here, it's going to be the Diamondbacks. I'll go -1.5, truthfully. I'm comfortable with it. So the Nationals had traded away Lane Thomas, and honestly, this team just kind of stinks. They lost a lot of their firepower. I don't really think they're going to do any damage to Zach Gallen. Gallen really hasn't been good, but I'm not sure this team is the team to take advantage of that, which is ultimately why I settled on the Diamondbacks -1.5. I think Mackenzie Gore struggles. You're going to get a Diamondbacks team who's crushing lefties right now. Really think we see those bats continue to just, breathe life and continue to score runs. I think Gallen has another good outing here because, like I said, this team just doesn't have the firepower or the guys to do the damage. So give them the D-backs -1.5 here. Our next one, the Mariners taking on the Red Sox. George Kirby versus Brian Bayo. I'm going to be here on Boston here. If you're going to beat Kirby, I always say it's on the road. That's exactly what we're going to do here. So the Red Sox are a dog at home, which, I mean, hey, okay, fine. Give me Brian Bayo. He's looked better. Stuff has looked better. Swinging strike is way up. I'm not sure if he altered his pitch mix or what, but last 3 or 4 starts, his swinging strike has been through the roof. I really think he has a ton of success against this Mariners lineup. Team we all know loves to strike out, leads the league in K%. Just a great spot for Bayo to pitch well. So look for them to win here. Like I said, Boston Red Sox +105 right now. I'm taking it all day long. Red Sox on the money line. Our next one, the Chicago Cubs taking on the Cincinnati Reds. This is Kyle Hendricks versus Nick Lodolo. That's Reds money line here for me. -160. Obviously, I'm not going to play as a straight. I'd parlay it with somebody else. Lodolo, despite the case stuff not being there as of late, he is pitching pretty well. Do think he has his way against this Cubs lineup, who is just very, very not good. They're just not hitting, and I think that this is a spot where Lodolo can take advantage. They're striking out a ton, so maybe he gets his K stuff going here. He hasn't really had it his last couple starts, but for me in this one, like I said, I love the Reds here. I think Hendricks, he's a luck box, man. This guy continues to find ways to pitch well, and I think that luck runs out here. This is the Reds team who's starting to swing it a bit. They're a little hot. And like I said, I think this is a spot where that luck runs out. Give me the Reds on the money line. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick reminder that new users can bet $5 at FanDuel on any of the bets in this video and win $150 in bonus bets if the bet wins. Now let's get back to the bets. Next one, the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Houston Astros. As of right now, they have not announced a starter for the Pirates, but they are going up against Framber Valdez. So for me in this one, it's going to be really simple. I absolutely love Houston Astros. So give me the Astros here. I think they get it done. It's Framber at home. I mean, he hasn't been as good this season, but I just don't like this Pirates team, truthfully. So I think there's a spot where the Astros can kind of get the bats going. I took them. I'm backing them today, and so far they're letting me down. But hey, maybe they get the bats going here and they score some runs and make this one easy for us. Our next one, the Dodgers taking on the Padres. Clayton Kershaw versus Dylan Cease. It's going to be the Padres for me here. I just like Dylan Cease. I'm going to back Dylan Cease against this Dodgers team. Still without Freddie Freeman, just missing a lot of their bats, and I don't trust their offense here. So I like the Padres to do some damage. I mean, I think Kershaw pitches relatively well. I think it is a low-scoring game, totaled 7.5 for a reason, in my opinion. But I like Cease here. I like him against this watered-down Dodgers lineup. I think he has a lot of success. Next one, the Rockies taking on the Angels. Kyle Freeland, and currently the Angels have not announced a starter. I don't have a ton of interest in this game. This is a game without the Angels having a starter, it's really hard for me to even pick a side. Pending the starter, I would lean at the over. But again, this is a game that I'm probably going to skip for now. If I choose to add something officially, I'll post it in the comments of the video. But not a game that I really like to spend a ton of time on because a lot of uncertainty here with the starter for the Angels. Our next one, the last on this slate. The Oakland Athletics taking on the San Francisco Giants. Ross Stripling versus Logan Webb. Giants -1.5. So, I mean, got Logan Webb on the mound. He's facing a red-hot Oakland team, and the books do not care. -200 as a home favorite. I'm taking the -1.5. I think that price is pretty telling when you have an Oakland team that's as hot as they are. So, I mean, maybe it has a little bit to do with Ross Stripling, but for me, that money line just felt like it was a crazy juice price given how Oakland's been. So I will take the Giants -1.5. I'm going to trust Logan Webb to deal at home, and the Giants pick up a big win here. That does conclude the slate, though. If you guys do me a favor, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are playing. Before we hop off here, I'll give you my 3 best bets for this slate. So number 1, it's going to be the Rays on the money line. Number 2, it's going to be the Brewers on the money line. And number 3, we're going to go with the D-backs -1.5. As always, you can get all my official plays at goboys.com. And if you have a gambling problem, tell one or a gambler. Thanks, guys.